Hey guys, it's the Hype Man here, and this is just another commentary on my life. I haven't done a commentary about my life for such a long time, so why not? I'm bringing them back, and this one was requested because I mentioned it on a vlog. This is about my bad experience at orienteering, as it's going to be titled. I think I'm going to title it something like Bad Experience at Orienteering. I'm going to have to wait and see what I decide to title this. But yeah, it's going to be related to orienteering and bad experience. Now, I have some leftover Xbox 360 gameplay. I have like probably an hour's worth. I was going to do a goodbye Xbox 360 montage, but I don't think I had the skills to do it. Plus, I would be able to do it, but it was really hard to put all these clips together that you're probably going to see in my next 10, 15, 20 commentaries I do. Like, honestly, you don't know how much of a pain in the arse it is to match the Audacity voicing to the Xbox gameplay. I had to record off my laptop while I was playing on MW2. It's crazy. So when I get an Elgato, it does both in one, and I don't have to sync the MP3 of my voice to other people in game chat, which is good. I'm gonna lower down the gameplay as well because I think you can hear Frankie's voice, Sad Plant Face's voice. So yeah, not that I have anything against you, bro, but obviously it's a commentary. Anyways, let's actually get started. It's been a minute and 20 seconds into this Audacity file. Anyways, my bad experience in orienteering. Now, this is probably an experience I'm going to remember for quite some time, just because I was so petrified at the time. It's nothing too bad, don't you guys worry. It's nothing mental, it's nothing scarring in my brain. It's nothing that manipulative. It's nothing that's changed my opinions or anything. It's just something that really scared me at the time, because I was only like 11 or 12 years old. Now, you guys are fully aware that I go to Boys Brigade, which is something I've been going to for 9 years, no. I think it was 9 years, because I went since I was 7, and I'm now 16. I'm turning 17 in April, not too long now. And I've been going for a while, so I decided to go to this orienteering event. So every now and then we get national and battalion competitions to go and do things like chess and table tennis and all that. And orienteering is where you have to look at a map and go to places in a big forest, and you have to find these little stamps and stamp it on your grid. Well, not grid, but you have to stamp it on like a piece of paper in the right numbered box. Now, I'm not really a fan of this, but I wanted to do it for my team, because by team I mean for the Boys Brigade, because I do most events. I think I can do average in for Boys Brigade. The only thing I don't do, if people from Boys Brigade are watching this, is Master Team and chess. I do not get them. I'm not good in general knowledge, and I don't get chess as well as like others. But stuff like table tennis and sports, I'll do. You know, Day of Action coming up soon as well, so I'll explain that in another commentary about Boys Brigade in general. Now, I went with a really good friend of mine, Adam Turner. If you don't mind me mentioning you in the video, I'm sure you won't. But anyways, yeah, I went with my friend Adam, and he used to be in the Boys Brigade. He left now. He left like 2 years ago to start climbing, because if he wanted to start climbing, he had to quit Boys Brigade on a Tuesday to do it on a Tuesday and stuff, and he wasn't feeling Boys Brigade anymore. He's feeling more climbing, so he done that. I still talk to him on a regular basis, like every now and then, but you know, that's that. But yeah, me and my good friend Adam, we were going orienteering, and we're allowed to go in a pair, so I was like, yeah, we're gonna go in a pair. So okay, so before I set off to go to orienteering, I woke up, obviously, and I went downstairs to have breakfast, and you know, just what everyone does, really. And I needed something to tell me the time. Now, I had my iPod Touch, my really old second gen one, like my really second gen, my really old second gen iPod Touch. Now, this was the second gen, this was the really chunky ones, good old times, just listen to music on that thing, and eventually I sold it to a friend. But yeah, aside from that, my parents apparently told me not to take my iPod for the time. Like, they said, no, you're not taking your iPod to tell the time, you're going to take a watch. I did not hear them say this, and I still can't remember to this day, but that's what they've apparently said to me. So I took my iPod Touch and not a watch. They told me to take a watch, but I couldn't find one, so I just took my iPod Touch. You know, I didn't hear them. I was like, okay, I'm just going to take my iPod Touch to tell the time, and I didn't even hear them. They didn't even notice I had it on me. So I took my iPod Touch so I could tell the time when I was orienteering. So me and Adam and a few others get there. I can't remember who they were, but I know me and Adam went. And we went in the group, and me and Adam went in the pair. So obviously we got the map, we got the grid, we got the the stamp marks. Well, we didn't get the stamp marks, but we got obviously the boxes that you have to stamp the marks in, and we were like, right, we're off to go, we're ready. So yeah, pretty much they said we can go. We had to queue up, and we had to be released every minute, so like we wouldn't follow people and stuff. So we went in our time schedule, and we pretty much set off to do orienteering. Now, nothing happens while orienteering, but it kind of does, and I'll explain that in a little while. So me and Adam went orienteering, obviously. We done this thing, and I don't think we done bad, but I think we done average. I can't exactly remember. You got to forgive me on this commentary, guys. I won't remember every single detail unless I think unless I have my selective memory mode engaged, in which I remember a really random time in my life, and I'll just explain it to you. Like this is like one of them, but not 100% detail. More like 90%. Anyways, we're orienteering and we complete it, and we come like, I don't know, in the middle somewhere, like 5th out of like 12. We didn't do bad. We did good. I enjoyed it. But then I realised at the end of orienteering that my iPod wasn't in my pocket. Now, I was petrified because I thought my parents were going to kill me when, they found out I lost my iPod. They didn't exactly kill me, but they weren't impressed, and they had a massive go at me because I lost my iPod, and because they said to me specifically, do not take your iPod, I told you this morning, and I couldn't remember. I genuinely didn't hear that. So yeah, so we go back home without my iPod, and I'm a bit worried. And before this, like while we're orienteering, Adam tells me, "Oh, do you want to stay over for the night and I don't know, hang out and play PS3 or whatever?" Now, don't put like Xbox PS3 comments like, Jesus, just don't. He has a PS3. Well, he has a PS3 still. I like all consoles the same, but I just like Microsoft better because I have an account that I use all the time on like Xbox, the Hyper-Wii-Man, and I didn't want to just abandon that. I love Xbox, and I love the people that are on there, so that's why. And yeah, I play all consoles. I don't really have a favourite, but it's only Xbox because I've been on there for longer and my stuff is saved on there. Anyways, so yeah, we're coming back and I'm worried, and Adam asked me, "Oh, do you want to stay over?" I was like, "Yep, okay, I'll stay over if I'm allowed to." And what is it? I asked my parents this, and they're like, "Yeah, it's fine. This is like." I don't know. I didn't have a phone then. I don't think I must have left that at home. But they're like, "Oh yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Just do that. You can go around Adams tonight and stay over." I was like, "That's cool." And then I kind of had to tell them I lost my iPod at the same time when I got home. So you can imagine me not wanting to say anything, and I told them, and they shouted at me, and they just had a go at me for losing my iPod, which fair enough. I mean, if I would have heard them and said, "Don't take your iPod," I wouldn't have taken my iPod because they told me to, but I didn't actually hear them. Because they said, "Oh, I told you not to take your iPod, particularly for that reason." I was like, "I didn't even hear you. I can't remember you saying this." And I think they thought I was lying at one point. I'm not sure, though. They thought I just ignored them. But honestly, I have such bad memory, and I'm quite deaf because I'm always on games and music all the time, so my hearing is bad. But yeah, and then they tell me I can't go to Adams, so I was like, "Oh, okay, I can't go to Adams because I'm grounded because I lost my iPod." So pretty much I tell my friend Adam, I text him. Yeah, I remember texting him. I think I had my HTC One at the time, or I was coming to the end of my LG something 360. I can't remember now. It's like a flip-up blue phone. It's really cool. But yeah, I had to tell him. I was like, "Oh, I can't come over. I've been grounded for losing my iPod." He's like, and he didn't reply, which was quite concerning. So my parents were just having a go at me and all that. I'm like, "Oh my god, we gotta go find it." I came back at like 4 o'clock. My dad drove me back to the place again to look for it. We went all the way back up. It was like an hour's drive. He wanted to find this, and the thing is, we didn't find the iPod. We looked for hours. My dad was furious. It's me and my dad, and I was scared that I was gonna get hit and all that. Obviously my parents wouldn't do that, but at the time I didn't know. Now I know they wouldn't, but at the time I was petrified. They could do anything, and I was only like 12. So I lose my iPod, we go back home, and we just say it's lost, and my dad and mum they grounded me for quite some time. I mean, by by some time, like for some time, I mean like, I'm just gonna sound stupid, but they said they're gonna ground me, but this is where a really, really big plot twist comes in, and I'm not kidding you, this was the luckiest moment of my life. This was the worst experience, but also the luckiest experience I've ever had, and I'll honestly never forget this. And I'm going to be going for 10 minutes, so I'll probably, I've got another MW2 clip. You'll be watching that. But seriously, the luckiest moment I've ever had, right? I had this app on my iPod Touch. You could make your own wallpapers. And what I done was, ages ago, is I put my name and my house number. So, what was funny is that, what is it? I can't exactly remember what happened, but this guy who was walking in the same forest later on, he found this iPod. He looked at the touch, like he pressed the lock button. He saw the name, which said Harry Ellis, and he said the home number, which I'm obviously not going to say. But he saw the home number, and a miracle went by, and he called my dad, and it was brilliant. He said, "I found this iPod. Is it yours?" I was like, "What? Oh my goodness!" And then, what is it? I was so relieved. He found this iPod only because I put my phone house number at the front of it as a wallpaper. So he saw my house number. I was like, "Oh my god, this is the luckiest thing that's ever happened to me." And I was just like, "Oh my god." And I was like, "Oh my god." I was so cocky at this point as well. I said a cocky comment. I can remember this. I said, "Well, he wouldn't have found that if I didn't put that there." And my parents just told me to shut up. Like, "Harry, shush, don't be cheeky." Like, because obviously I was being cheeky. I obviously admit that. And at the same time, I think this happened when I was around Adams. Now, this is another kind of plot twist. Adam's parents came around mine to pick me up to go to his. What my parents thought, on the other hand, is that I never told Adam I was grounded. Because I obviously texted him the message. I said, "Adam, I can't come around, I'm grounded," but he never got it. So he came around mine, and I was like, "Dude, I texted you I was grounded, why are you here? My parents are going to think I lied again." And he's just like, "Oh, well, I didn't get your text message." And then my mum was stressing to get all my stuff ready. He's like, "Oh, just go to Adams, just go to Adams. You let me down, you lied," and all this and that. Which I honestly didn't. I actually texted him that I was grounded, which this is just the unlucky. It's like unlucky and lucky at the same time. Like, I really don't know what to think of this day. It's quite the special day. It was a day that I'll never forget, just because of the amount of shite that happened. And then my mom just gave me the stuff and told me to go to Adams. And I know I've said it in a weird order, but I think that guy found the phone, found my iPod the next day, or really late at night when I was at Adams. So my parents were still angry at me when I got back. I was like, "Oh, we couldn't find the iPod." I went to Adams, and then this man found my iPod, and then I was like, "Oh my god, I'm so relieved he found my iPod because I had my phone number at the front." And then I came back, and then he gave the iPod, and I said I had to talk to this guy for like 5-10 minutes, saying thanks and everything, and it's much appreciated because, yeah, it's the luckiest moment in my life so far. It's just the amount of luck that it was placed in a ditch, and this guy decided to pick up. He could have just left it there. He could have just walked by and left it there. You know, he was an old man as well, he was like 60 old, and he looked at it, and he actually got the number, and he actually called it. Like, I don't know how many people would do that these days. He could have kept that, he could have sold it for money. So, really, that guy, he was just a good guy. He's the good guy in this story. So, much appreciated, old man. He's like, "Hey, I remember that kid. Yeah." I don't know why he'll be on YouTube on my channel, but I don't know. I'm just relieved, and I'm just out of breath. Ugh. But anyways, this has been a very long commentary, guys. If you stuck to the end, then thank you very much. I know it's been intimidating because it's been so long. Oh my goodness, like everything, all my videos is so long. But yeah, that was the lucky story of my iPod. So yeah, this is probably going to be called Bad Experience turned into Luck or something like that. I'll think of a title. So guys, I hope you've enjoyed the gameplay and hope you've enjoyed the commentary. I'll be doing a lot more. If you want to request any in particular again, then do so. I will just do it. If I feel like I can do it, or if it's not anything too private invading, if you know what I mean, like say like, "Oh, describe everything you've done with your last girlfriend," or whatever, like, you know, just sensible stuff, guys, honestly. Just stuff I can talk about which isn't retarded. I'm gonna breathe and just go because it's almost 15 minutes. Anyways, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this commentary. If you want more, tell me and give me ideas. But anyways, guys, I'll see you in the next video, and I hope you've enjoyed. Stay tuned and stay hyper. Okay, guys, goodbye for now. Pinpoint 15 minutes.